Hello students, today we are going to discuss marketing research design. After completing this video lecture, the students will be able to understand scientific method, meaning and characteristics, research design, meaning and definition, essential elements of research design, functions of research design, and importance of research design. In the previous video lecture on marketing research, we discussed marketing research process, which involves the first step as defining the marketing research problem and second one as choosing the research design. So today we will discuss marketing research design. Once the problem has been defined, the researchers are required to obtain the information needed to resolve that problem. So the research design is the overall plan for conducting the research investigation. For example, an architect prepares the blueprint or map before constructing a house, and that map lays down the whole framework for construction of that house. In the same way, the research design is followed by the researcher in completing the study. Before discussing the research design, we will discuss the meaning of scientific method because both the research and the scientific method are associated with each other. The research can be understood as a structured and organized way of figuring the things out, and a scientific method is one of the ways of doing research because scientific method provides the explanation about why something is happening. So we will discuss the meaning of scientific method. Scientific method means the use of scientific techniques in marketing research. And science has been defined as an accumulation of systematic knowledge. Knowledge here refers to the goal of science, while systematic refers to the method that is used in reaching that goal. Now we will have a review of some definitions of scientific method according to Lundberg. So in social research, scientific method consists of systematic observation, classification, and interpretation of data. The main generalization and the conclusion, usually recognized as scientific method, lies in the degree of formality, rigorousness, verifiability, and journal validity of the latter. The same way, Carl Pearson has also defined scientific method in his famous book, The Grammar of Science, and he observes that there are three distinct characteristics of the scientific method. What are these characteristics? The first one is careful and accurate classification of facts and observation that enable us to classify the facts accurately and carefully. Second is discovery of the scientific laws with the aid of creative imagination. It means that a mere collection of facts will not be sufficient to bring about the scientific discoveries. Self-criticism and the final touchstone of equal validity for all normally constituted minds. It means that the scientist should critically examine his own research in a detached manner. So from these definitions, it is clear that scientific method must have the following characteristics. What are the characteristics? Verifiability, generality, and predictability, and objectivity. What is verifiability? Verifiability means the conclusion drawn through a scientific method are subject to verification at any time. Generality means the scientific laws are universal in their application. Predictability, it means its results must be predicted with the sufficient accuracy. Objectivity means that all the persons should arrive at the same conclusion. Now we will discuss research design. Meaning of research design. A research design is a framework or blueprint for conducting the marketing research. It details the procedures necessary for obtaining the information needed to structure or solve marketing research problems. A research design is a plan for a study that guides the collection and analysis of data and ensures the study will be relevant to the problem and the study will employ economical procedure. Research design components. A good research design ensures that a marketing research will be conducted effectively and efficiently, and a good research design involves these components. The first one is define the information needed, means what information we will require for conducting a research. That information is defined. Design the exploratory, descriptive, and causal phases of research. These are the different types of research design. We will employ any of the research design in our research. That depends upon our requirements. Specify the measurement and scaling procedures. Construct an appropriate form for data collection. There are different methods for data collection. Specify the sampling process and sample size, how the sample will be selected, what will be the size of the sample that is determined. Develop a plan for data analysis, how the data that has been collected, how that data will be analyzed. So a plan is developed for that also. So these are the different components of a good research design. So it's clear that the main function of research design is to ensure that the required data are collected accurately and economically. Now we will discuss some definitions of research design. Research design is the plan, structure, and strategy of investigation conceived so as to obtain answers to research questions and to control variance. This has been defined by Fred and Kellinger in the Foundations of Behavioral Research. The same way Paul E. Green and Donald S. Tull has defined research design in Research for Marketing Decisions. That is, research design is a specification of methods and procedures for acquiring the information needed. It is the overall operational pattern or framework of the project that stipulates what information is to be collected, from which sources, and by what procedures. So from the above definitions, it's clear that research design more or less a blueprint of the research. That is a framework of the research, how the research will be conducted. It lays down the methods and procedures for the collection of the requisite information and its measurement and analysis, and with a view to arrive at a certain meaningful conclusion. Now we will discuss some essential elements of research design. A good research design should have these essential elements. The first one is accurate purpose statement. The research design should have an accurate purpose statement. Second, techniques to be used for collecting and analyzing that research. What techniques we will use for collecting the data and for the analysis of data. The methods applied for analyzing the collected details. The type of research methodology, what research methodology will be used. Probable objections for research. Functions of research design. A research design performs different functions. What are these? The first one is research design helps in identification and development of procedures and logical arrangements that are required for conducting a research study. Research design helps to emphasize the importance of quality in these procedures to ensure their validity. Clearly specifies what procedures to follow and how to follow them. What is the importance of research design? A good research design reduces inaccuracy. It helps to get maximum efficiency and reliability. It eliminates bias and marginal errors. Research design minimizes wastage of time. It guides the research in the right direction. So these are the different elements, functions, and importance of research design. In the next video, we will discuss the types of research design. Different types of research design have emerged on account of the different perspectives from which a research study can be viewed. However, a generally used classification system is given. A research design is of three types: exploratory research design, descriptive research design, and causal research design. Exploratory research design is further divided into three parts, that is literature search, experience survey, and analysis of cases. Descriptive research is again of two types, that is longitudinal research and cross-sectional research. Causal research is of two types, that is informal experimental design and formal experimental design. We will discuss these types in the next and upcoming video lectures. I hope you must have enjoyed this video lecture. If this video is useful for you, please like the video and subscribe my channel for more such useful videos. Thank you.